What is going on, guys? My name is Johnny, I'm the coach of your Cologne Conkeldurrs, and I'm welcoming you back to my GPC Season 5 Week 5 matchup, whatever, my match versus Redithin, the Tennessee Tynamos. So, first of all, sorry, day late, family issues, stuff, couldn't record. Not good, my fault, I'm really sorry. Next up, matchup. Why isn't this showing? Give me a second. Professional live editing here. Why isn't this working? Okay. No, wasn't supposed to go. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll do it like this. So, as you can see, this is his team. He has Mew, Mega Altaria, Skarmory, Emboar, Sceptile, Lantern, Terrakion, Liepard, Nidoking, and Misdreavus. And you can see our team right over here. We have Megalophony, Jirachi, Hydreigon, Manaphy, Gliscor, Porygon 2, Granbull, Murkrow, and Porygon, and Rotom Frost. Now, hopping into the matchup. His Megalophony answers are Mew, Skarmory, and Mega Altaria. So, he has them. He can check it offensively with a Scarf Terrakion. Unburdened Sceptile is a problem. Yeah, so Megalophony doesn't seem to be the best in this matchup, however we will see about that. Jirachi, pretty good check to Mega Altaria, at least an offensive check. Defensive check not so much because of Earthquake and Fire Blast. However, it is likely to be either walled by Skarmory or Mew, and we can't risk it giving free switches to Emboar. It can be a backup check to Terrakion since it can take a hit if it's not carrying Earthquake, so we have to keep that in mind. Yeah, Hydreigon does a load to his team. Like, this absolutely destroys him with the right predictions. Like, it's always the case with Hydreigon, and I haven't been able to do that perfectly this season so far. I haven't gotten the predictions right I needed to get the kills with Hydreigon. We'll see about this in this match, but Mew, Dark Pulse, Mega Altaria, Flash Cannon, Skarmory, Fire Blast, Emboar, Draco Meteor, Sceptile, Fire Blast, Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, Lantern, Draco Meteor, Terrakion, Flash Cannon, Liepard, anything, Nidoking, Flamethrower. Yeah, so as you can see, Mystery is obviously Dark Pulse, so as we can see, Hydreigon really puts a dent in his team. Problem is I have to get my predictions right, and with this is why I decided to pack a U-turning Hydreigon, since U-turn allows me to ease the prediction somewhat and maintain momentum and not give Terrakion or Mega Altaria a free switch in whenever I need to, and still damage the Mew if I have to. Manaphy, he has one thing that can revenge Manaphy, and that is his Sceptile. Like a combination of Sceptile and Terrakion can revenge a bulky Manaphy. I fully expect him to bring Liepard or Mew to kind of deal with Manaphy, and especially a taunt an Encore Liepard, which is why I'm bringing a Mental Hurt Tailgrow Manaphy, because I think I can play around the Sceptile better than I could around T-Waving, and I know he loves T-Wave and Encoring Sceptile, so Liepard, so yeah, that's why I have my Mental Hurt Manaphy. Then we have my Gliscor, which is my best check by far to his Terrakion, and the worst the worst spread for me to make basically this week, because as you can see his team's pretty stally, and Gliscor is pretty fat in general. Gliscor is one of the nicest stall breakers out there. So I know Gliscor has a really good matchup versus him. It can somewhat take on Emboar, Lantern if I'm in and have to switch in. It can take any hit from Terrakion, especially with the poison heal damage. Yeah, it can outspeed the Nidoking and kill it. So yeah, Gliscor overall had a really good matchup this week. It can knock off, it can Earthquake, U-turn, provide momentum, yeah, all that good stuff. Taunt to prevent Skarmory from walling it. So yeah, my Gliscor was pretty problematic for me to make because I wanted it to do so many things in 1 week. Sorry about that. So my first thing was I needed Gliscor to be my Terrakion check. That was like the most important thing. I needed to switch into that beast. And my switch in is Gliscor. Problem number one, Bandit Stone Edge has a chance to KO after Poison Heal. So I had to run Protect to get my Poison Heal and to safely get my Toxic Guard, because I fully expected some of his monsters to carry knockoff, the ones that can, which would be Liepard and Mew. So he doesn't have that many knockoff users. I fully expect Mew to have knockoff. Next is so I had to carry Protect 1. But with Protect, nothing is a 2 KO with that Terrakion can ever do to me, especially apart from +2 Stone Edge. Yeah, and yeah, some Calm Mind HPI set, which I'm honestly not that worried about. HPI still like as a gimmick, so you doesn't have to hit Stone Edges, but I think General Stab is preferred to that. So yeah, and I obviously need Earthquake on my Gliscor to beat his team. Okay, so, but yeah, I was still kind of fearing the HPI, so I decided to put some EVs into special defense, so I'm never too, after Protect, I'm not too killed by any HPIs. And I also decided, since my Gliscor should act as a kind of stall breaker against his Mew, if his Mew doesn't carry Ice Beam for whatever reason, because that would mean I got a complete free switch into Gliscor and can taunt and knock off, which is detrimental to his team. I sped trapped a non-invested Mew, and I really wanted to outspeed him, and I wanted to outspeed any mons he could bring, speed creeping base 100s without investment. So I decided to put 32 investment in speed onto my... No. I decided to put in 72 EVs in speed, I believe. 76? Something definitely enough to outspeed a 32 speed with a speed crab with 32 EVs base 100. Like a Mew if it has 32 speed EVs and a neutral edge. Like I outspeed that, which is the standard stall breaker Mew, and I wanted to make sure to outspeed that because it could come versus my team, because I have some things around the base 100 tier, and this seems like a likely thing he could speed creep with his wall breakers as well. Yeah, P2 great mon this game. It can check a special Mega Altaria. It can check a Nidoking even if it's carrying superpower. The only Nidoking that can 2-hit KO me easily is a Life Orb Focus Blast, which of course he has to hit. I can dent it back with an Ice Beam, or I wanted to bring I have Trace. I wanted to bring Tri-Attack to hit Altaria with Pixelite Tri-Attacks. However, I needed Ice Beam to hit the Mew, the Nidoking as well, yeah. P2 has magic code, since I fully expect him to hazard stack me, and I can put the hazards back on that side if my P2 is in versus his Skarmory or his Mew. I have really good odds there. So yeah, that's my team. I'm bringing the first 6 of my mons this week again, so we'll see how we do. Big threats to me, I have to watch out for Mega Altaria if it gets 2 Dragon Dances up, because I'm bringing a Scarf Jirachi to check that. If it gets 1 Dragon Dance up, I still outspeed and can kill it, or at least flinch it with the Iron Hand. Mega Lopunny, I'm bringing Sub Encore with Dual Stab. I'm not sure how Encore was to get setup opportunities for Manaphy, or at least capitalize on him thinking that I wanted to set up with Manaphy. Hindsight, I maybe would have packed Fake Out, but oh well. But with the sub, like Mew is interesting versus me. It's really good. Obviously, it's a Mew, but it has to do many things. It has to carry Ice Beam to beat Gliscor. If it doesn't carry Ice Beam, it doesn't beat Gliscor. It has to carry Psychic or Psyshock to break Mega Lopunny's sub. If it doesn't carry that, Mega Lopunny can freely sub on it. It has to carry Will-O-Wisp or T-Wave to cripple my Lopunny when it gets the chance. It has to carry Recovery, it has to have Taunt to beat my P2. So Mew is really interesting versus me because I can't really have anything, and the Protect on Gliscor and the sub on Lopunny will really help me to scout out his Mew and capitalize on that Mew. According to that. Yeah, Mega Altaria is just threatening, I have to check that offensively. A special set I can check defensively with my P2. Physical set, not so much, but Rachi can take that on somewhat. And Gliscor as well, so yeah, we'll see what he brings. Okay, so then, let's hop right into the match. Sorry if I'm a bit confused, it's like this match was a week ago, and I don't remember everything I should probably do. Okay, let me fix this real quick. Where is it? Well, I'm so professional this week, it's quite amazing, don't you think? No? Not professional? Should probably do better videos. I can't. I suck. I even suck at battling, apparently. There we go. Now this looks more fun. Put that over here. Make it bigger so you guys can actually see that. right? Right. There we go. Let me... Hey! So we finally did it! What's wrong with me? Okay, so yeah, as I said, I'm on the wrong side, gonna switch that up soon. And let's hop right into the match. Switch sides. So, I decide to lead off with my Gliscor, fully expecting his Mew to come off as a lead. I also felt I had a solid matchup versus a lot of his team. I can taunt the Skarmory and the Mew, so I can basically prevent hazards from going up in the first place, which was pretty big for me, because with hazards, Terrakion just straight blows me back. He leads with his Mega Altaria, and I don't know what this thing is going to do to me. I highly doubt he's going to set up a Dragon Dance right here. I really doubt it, because it seems too early in the game. I still have a Jirachi and a P2 in the back that can check it. So yeah, I really don't think it, and I want to scout out this Altaria set, if it's special, if it's physical, because if I suppose it might be special at this point. I don't really, and Dragon Dance I can still check. So I decided to just scout it out and get my poison heal, so I can freely switch into knockoffs later on, and go for Protect on turn 1. He megas up as expected, and he goes for Ice Beam. Which is really surprising to me, because I thought either Return or Hyper Voice might be enough to break my Gliscor, especially with the DD up, but he might have wanted a way to KO it, since Gliscor is a huge nuisance to his entire team, as I mentioned, definitely my win condition. But obviously now I can't stay in here, since he has this Ice Beam. I'm gonna go into Altaria, into my P2 on the Earthquake, so now I know he's mixed, and he obviously needs a stab move, which now I expect to be Return and Dragon Dance, or just a mixed attacking with boost. That are the two sets I'm actually thinking right now. Not sure which is gonna be. I thought it might be a bulky Altaria. It seems to be a more offensive one from this damage. And now I'm here, and I decide to just throw out an Ice Beam and no, I double. Wait, sorry. I double into my Rachi on the predicted Fairy move, so my P2 can stay a bit more healthy and doesn't have to take this huge load. I can threaten him with my Jirachi later on. Problem now is my P2 is a bit weakened, and P2 weakened is not a good P2 because it doesn't have passive recovery with leftovers, but we have to deal with that. But this matchup, Jirachi versus Mew, I'm completely fine with this. I can just U-turn out on here. I'm Scarfed. I wasn't really fearing him being Scarfed versus my team. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. I can U-turn out and go hard into my Hydreigon, predicting a Shadow Ball, a Will-O-Wisp, a Taunt, a Roost, a everything, not a T-Wave. I wasn't expecting him to bring T-Wave. I thought he might rather have Will-O-Wisp or Toxic or something. But hey, it's cool. Hydreigon is paralyzed, which sucks. Now I hard switch out right here. Because I want to scout out for his Dazzling Gleam, because if he carries Dazzling Gleam and can kill my Hydreigon, that's not good right here. So I go right back out into my Jirachi as he roosts, which leads me to think he doesn't have Dazzling Gleam, so I can just U-turn out again, go into Hydreigon. He can't really threaten me at this point, I know that. A knockoff doesn't matter, he knocks off my E-Belt. And at this point I get a free hit off on something. I predict his switch out this time because I doubled last time. I go for Flash Cannon to catch the Terrakion or the Mega Altaria, which works out beautifully. I get the damage off. This is in Mega Lopunny range, so I'm really happy. Here I go into my P2 because Jirachi is essential for me since it's speedy. However, I somewhat I didn't calc his Altaria splat accordingly, so I figured my P2 can still take 2 hits. As you can see though, Return is into a KO at this point, which I just wasted my P2, which is my best switch into his Nidoking and his Sceptile somewhat, so not good for me. I have to make a double here. I don't think he stays in on me, since I'm going to make the pivot play into my Jirachi on the next return. I have to I think he goes for return. Yeah, I take a load from this, but now I'm faster and I can threaten him out. And I suppose I want to find out what his next switch in is last time. So I go for Iron Head. His switch in is Skarmory. He has the Rocky Helmet, which shouldn't matter too much. But I know he's going to go to Skarmory on my Rachi. I can have a free switch into my Gliscor, but hazards go up. I can taunt him here, prevent him from spiking as well. So I'm really happy with this. And now I get a chance to just fire off a knockoff. Like, is pretty big because his Nidoking's on an air balloon. But I figured Earthquake wasn't a play, obviously, because I was in front of his Skarmy, and the Skarmy was at full. I had no reason to roost. So he might have choked. He choked here by bringing in his Nidoking. On the other hand, he might not, because Fire Fang or something of that sort would have been handy, and he had no reason to believe that my Gliscor was as fast as it was, because it was obvious that it needs to be my Terrakion check. So, yeah. I get rid of the balloon, which is huge, and but obviously right here I don't think I outspeed the Nidoking, because it's a Nidoking. It is usually speed invested enough. Despite my speed creep on Gliscor, I'm not willing to risk this right now. So I switch out here. Oh, I go for Protect to scout out if he has the goes for SP. Yeah, okay. And now I go out into my P2. With Rocks up, I have no chance of living what I wanted to live right here. So at least not 2 KO. But which sucks because I should have probably I like the pivot play into P2 was maybe was stupid, because hindsight he wouldn't have gone for Earth Power on my on this turn, since I was in with my Gliscor on him, and I made a similar play to him with bringing in Nidoking. He wouldn't go for Earth Power. I should have probably just brought in Rachi on the Ice Beam and threatened this thing out, and proceeded to gain momentum through that. I don't do that, so I'm on the back foot right now. I can now bring in my Rachi safely and threaten this thing. I know he goes to Skarm. He did that the last time I go for a Trick, because Skarm is a huge nuisance to my team right now with the hazards. I get the Rocky Helmet, which is great. I crippled his Skarm. Problematic now, if he, the problem now is I don't pack G-Bolt. I can't beat this Skarm. I have to switch into my Manaphy, and look what he locks himself into. I really hope he's going to try the Spike Stack, because that's free setup for my Manaphy. But I doubt he'll do that. Yeah, but I have to switch out. But now, problem is, Rachi doesn't have his Choice Scarf anymore, so I have problems. Well, I have a better offensive matchup now that Skarm is checked, or crippled. I have problems outspeeding and killing Terrakion and Sceptile, which I have to keep in mind. So Megalopony is essential right now, so because I don't really, it's my only offensive check to those two at this point. If the Terrakion is Scarfed, Gliscor can still take it on pretty nicely. I go into Manaphy, he Whirlwinds, take unnecessary hazards here. I go into my Lopunny, and I know he's going to Whirlwind again. So I just fire off a high jump kick, get some huge damage off on this Excalibur, and I get Whirlwind. And I get Whirlwinded back into my Manaphy, which means I can freely surf and pick off this Excalibur here, and he gets a free switch into his Sceptile. Now, Manaphy at this point looks like it has a chance of sweeping if I can get rid of this Sceptile. If I can get rid of the Sceptile, this also means that the rest of my mons like Gliscor are really likely to beat him. But I don't want to risk it this early, and I figured he would just go straight for an attack since it's a Manaphy, and with my Ice Beam I can do like 70%, and then if I get hazards up, or if I he's in range of pretty much anything, and he can't really prevent the Manaphy sweep that much anymore. However, because like if I get the hit off, and he what he's going to do, I'm just going to no. Why is this happening all the time? I'm stupid, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. God damn it. Let me find this, and let me turn this down. There we go. It's this turn. So yeah, what the fuck? What? Why? Why is it doing this? Now, I go into Hydreigon and he SDs. And this is a problem, because as I said, I didn't expect him to SD, because if I stay in with Manaphy and try to only get damage off of this thing is basically useless checking my Manaphy later on, because without an SD I can't OHKO my Manaphy. But wait, he also didn't know if I would had the Rindo Berry, so I didn't really agree with this play. However, he SDs right here, he gets me, he predicts me right. I mean, sometimes you have to play ballsy. And I go into my Hydreigon, basically with the T-Wave. Hydreigon is useless at this point. I somewhat broke his core of Mega Altaria, Skarm, and Mew already, and now it's his offensive threats I have to deal with, so Hydreigon paralyzed isn't that useful anymore. I hope I might still take a hit, but he This isn't true, right? You have to be kidding me. How can I be so stupid? How can I be so stupid? Like, is that even possible? He goes for, as you can see, he goes for a chain punch. Goodbye, Hydreigon. And now I can go into Rachi, because at this point I have the Rocky Helmet on my Rachi, and my calc wasn't. I wasn't sure because I'm stupid and miscalced again, or didn't properly calc if Drain Punch would actually kill me, and I wanted to get off the Rocky Helmet anyway, to put him in range of the return, because going for a high jump kick invites in some Pokemon like I don't want to see in, because I can't really kill them right now with that. So I really wanted to get the chip damage off. Hindsight again, I should have probably just risked the high jump kick right here and not sacked my Rachi for the Rocky Helmet damage. But yeah, it is what it is, because that might have cost me late game. So I can go into Lopunny here. Like the biggest reason for Rachi was me choking and not calcing appropriately, which I should do my calcs. I'm stupid. But hey, I can go into Lopunny here and threaten this thing out with a return. He goes into his Mew, and I'm predicting his switch out into Mew, and he knowing T-Wave, and his set being Roost, T-Wave, Taunt. I believe he has Taunt. Roost, T-Wave, Taunt, and no, Roost, T-Wave, Knockoff, and something. So I think Mew can't touch me. I can sub up on the Mew, and now I return in Mew, which is nice. Like, Mew can't kill me. He roars me out though, so I didn't expect him to have phasing on 2 Mons. But it makes sense, it's a hazard stack core. My team isn't weak to hazards, but I don't have a lot of hazard removal at all. So, you know, it makes sense, but dual phasing seems a bit weird, especially since his 2 Mons can't phase me if I had a last Mon Manaphy, let's say. But hey, it works, so what can you do? We have Gliscor, which is perfect for me. With him revealing Roar, I know he can't touch me, so I have a free Earthquake here. I even outspeed, so I knew he wasn't invested, so my speed investment coming through right here. I don't stay in on the Sceptile because I can't kill it, and he can kill me most likely. So I go hard into Manaphy to sack it. He capitalizes on this by going for an SD, which is perfectly fine. He can kill me with a Leaf Blade, and at this point it doesn't look good. Like, I can go into my Lopunny, I can go for return right here and kill the Sceptile, which is nice. I went into Manaphy there because there was the slight chance that he had an Ice-type move. I could have damaged it with Gliscor at that point, but Gliscor was still my Terrakion check, so I needed that. And as it turns out, his Sceptile was a Natural Gift Unburdened set with Natural Gift Ice. So going into Manaphy there would have probably saved, was probably actually my best play, because he couldn't go for Natural Gift on that, and I had to. And he didn't make the predictions and go for Natural Gift to outspeed my Megalopony afterwards. But yeah, he goes into Nidoking, and now this is pretty much game. Like, the game seems to be over here. Maybe I can't. If I can kill this Nidoking, it's not over. But if I can, it seems over. However, he has, like, Nidoking, you run max offense. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he has max offense investment, which leaves 252 EVs. And funny enough, either he put enough speed to outspeed my, or he has enough speed to outspeed my Gliscor set, or he lives this hit. If he lives this hit, he can't, assuming he has max offensive investment, if he lives this hit, he can't have enough speed EVs to outspeed my Gliscor. Like, he either has to have enough HP to live this, or he can't have enough speed to outpace my Gliscor. So either way, I still have a chance at this point. Because either now Megalopony can kill the Terrakion if it's not scarfed. If the Terrakion isn't scarfed and I kill, Megalopony can clean here. If I don't kill, I can afterwards go into my Gliscor and outspeed this Nidoking, and then I have a good chance of KOing the other 2 Pokemon. Because I can live a hit from the Terrakion and kill it, and because I outspeed the Mega Altaria. So yeah, this looks far from over right here. Or it looks to be over, but it actually isn't, because of his Nidoking predicament. If he had Nidoqueen at this point, it might look a bit different, but he has Nidoking, so... Oh well, Well, Nidoqueen would be slower, so yeah, never mind. So I go for the turn here. I don't have another play. As you can see, I don't kill with, and he lives on 6%. So right here, he kills me with an Earth Power, which sucks. But hey, I can bring out my Gliscor, and now I assume I might be faster because I put this much speed in my Gliscor. I put enough speed creep to speed creep him. But it will come down to this because if for some reason he's not max offensive, I lose right now. But with Gliscor here, I can go for the Earthquake. It's no risk play, and I kill the Nidoking. So I'm faster than the Nidoking. I really have a chance now. I have a chance to win this. He goes into his Terrakion, and he goes for a Sword Stance, which I don't really agree with. I know he can take the hit, but he outsped me anyway. And Stone Edge being his move to hit me, he could have had twice the chance to crit me instead of going for only one crit at +2. So yeah, Salak doesn't really matter at this point. Stone Edge, as you can see, doesn't crit, doesn't kill. And I believe crit into... oh well, no, maybe not with the Poison Heal and the Toxic. Yeah, maybe Sword Sense was the right play, after all, sorry. I don't know, would have to do the math right now. But hey, I knock out this, and now it comes down if I can knock out the Altaria, which took the Flash Cannon earlier. I go for Earthquake, and I knock out the Altaria, and that is good game to Ethan. Gliscor really coming through in the end, saving us the match, as I hoped it would, because it's just so good versus his team. He had ice coverage on 3 of his Pokemon, but Gliscor still came through. I love this Pokemon. It absolutely did work. The Nidoking speed creep on him was understandable, but because he didn't really see any speed tiers to speed creep. But I'm glad my speed creeping on the Gliscor worked out so well for me. But again, I don't think. Let me actually calc something real quick to see if the game would have gone any different if Terrakion Sword Stance. Yeah. The game probably wouldn't have gone any different because my Lopunny Okos his Terrakion with high jump kick. So if he had more speed on his Nidoking, this would have meant that my Mega Lopunny killed it and then cleaned up, because I could have easily Oko'd the Terrakion and the Mega Altaria. But this way, this actually saved him a bit of differential. We both made some misplays this game. I'm not proud of my Raji play earlier on, I predicted his Mew set wrong. But hey, absolutely good game. We won 1-0. We're only 3-2 now, so we're slowly clinching back. I don't think we still have a chance of playoffs, in all honesty. But hey, I will at least try to finish middle of the pack and do my best to get back through this season. Anyway, my name's Johnny. I'm the coach of your Cologne Conkeldurrs. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Cheers. I'm out.